Hello everyone, the Chart Guys have been working on an introductory technical analysis course for quite some time now, and after surveying hundreds of traders with what would be the most sought after information regarding technical analysis, we came up with this course, When to Enter and Exit. It covers over 5 hours of the basics on when to enter and exit, and we feel after watching this course it will help build a foundation of technical analysis knowledge which will eliminate a lot of the uncertainty in the world of trading stocks. So the course outline, we go over the psychology of trading, establishing a game plan, the different indicators we use to signal a bullish and bearish entry, how to recognize support and resistance levels, poor entries, where traders make mistakes, exit targets, how do you know where to sell your trade, where to place stop losses, that's very important, minimizing losses is what keeps you in the game long term, my personal preparations, how I go about getting ready for each trading day, and then piecing it all together, utilizing all the information we just learned and how to apply that in the real world for making successful, profitable trades. As a bonus, we also include a lot of information on finding entries and exits utilizing patterns, and you can find these patterns on every time frame on pretty much any stock and commodity trading, and certainly being able to recognize those patterns can give you an edge as well. So we hope you will check this out. Again, it's an introductory level course. So if you are new to technical analysis and trying to get a firm grasp on things and feeling a little bit overwhelmed, then this course is for you. I hope you check it out. Appreciate you watching. Hey everybody, checking the biotech sector. Tons of action today, and before we get into it, we'd appreciate any likes and shares if you find these videos useful. It certainly helps us out. So we had Trump speaking today, and the poor biotech sector thought they were in the clear with Trump getting elected, and the Democrats no longer breathing down their neck in control of the government. But that's not the case, as Trump, I believe the quote was pharmaceuticals. Well, I'm forgetting the quote off the top of my head, but either way, it was clearly bearish, and the market, the biotech sector, had a complete dump, and then it took the market with it. So we'll look at it on the 5-minute time frame in just a moment. But we're going to be looking at XBI, IBB, CLVS, SRPT, and VRX. And these are some individual names that I highlighted in the video over the weekend because I was liking the way that the biotech sector was shaping up. And we certainly had some nice follow through the first couple days of this week. But obviously a big bear volume, big pullback candlestick, losing the upper Bollinger Band support. So we're now looking at backtesting previous resistance. We were waiting for XBI to get this 100-day moving average as support because it rejected the price 4 times. Now we are looking to backtest and hold that level, 62.47. So that's a key support going forward. We didn't see much bounce at the end of the day. There's a little bit of a lower wick there, but not enough for us to be looking for a reversal. The bears do still have control at this point in time. So we're watching the 100-day moving average. The weekly time frame is rejecting from the 100-week moving average, and we're looking to backtest the middle Bollinger Band on the weekly here. So that's 62.36, lining up near that 100-day moving average. So that's the level to be looking at for the bulls to hold for the rest of this week. IBB has already backtested its key resistance. We were waiting for this 200-day moving average resistance to become support because we rejected from it 4 times. We backtested, bounced off of it, 275.63. Little bit of bulls buying the dip. Again, not a significant lower wick. Big, scary volume. We need to be confident that the bulls are building a base at that support, so I'd like to see the bulls defend that 200-day moving average support again tomorrow. The S&P 500 is extremely strong, so that's certainly helping keep these biotech sector bulls afloat for a little bit, but obviously a big scary day, erasing 4 big breakout days of gains in pretty much 1 hour, and the 200-day moving average is a must hold. The weekly time frame, just another lower high in this pattern, and need to see follow through for the bulls. But again, they have their backs against their walls. They cannot catch a break where tweets and one sentence from the wrong people can send the entire sector down. I would love to know the amount of dollar volume that we saw on that dump. Shares sold, it's got to be in the billions in the biotech sector, all from a sentence. So CLVS is holding up one of the best, and that is because we are in full-on breakout mode. We bounced off the middle Bollinger Band, new high, and even though we pulled back, this is normal healthy consolidation. The low of the past 2 days, 47.81, 47.90, holding very strong, and compared to all kinds of other individual biotech names, CLVS is definitely still in control of the bulls on the daily time frame. The weekly, however, is rejecting from resistance. The 200-week moving average, 52.31, and the upper Bollinger Band is 48.67. We'll have to see if we can close above that level. If not, it will be a bearish reversal inverted hammer. So pretty much everybody in the biotech sector needs to be on their toes and have stop losses in place, and they're likely going to get triggered when events like this happen or a tweet comes out or whatever it's going to be. But need to have this protection, because being able to erase those kind of gains that quickly, certainly very high risk. SRPT, after the breakout yesterday, we're going to see a tightening range between the upper Bollinger Band support and the 100-day moving average resistance. We rejected from that resistance yesterday. We bounced off support today. Need to update that level at the open each day. It's going to continue ascending fairly rapidly, and that range is going to get tighter and tighter. If we close below the upper Bollinger Band support, we're going to be looking down to the 50-day moving average as the next level, currently 34.25. And if we close above the 100-day, we'll look to continue the breakout. I would be very surprised if the bulls had the momentum and the ability to close above that 100-day after the bearish reaction we saw in the sector today. Weekly time frame, look at that middle Bollinger Band resistance, rejecting right from it. That's going to be a key level going forward for the longer term trend. We are confirming the bullish reversal candlestick from last week, but we have to get over that middle Bollinger Band in order to see continuation from here. And key support obviously highlighted that low. So that's the range we're watching on the longer term pattern right now. Support in the low 27s, all these moving averages. Clear middle Bollinger Band resistance rejecting the price on the weekly. Last, we've got VRX filling the gap now to the downside, and we were in VRX bullish. This was our trigger day when we got over that middle Bollinger Band and closed above it, and we saw some nice upside. Had some members sell at the upper Bollinger Band resistance, reload on the consolidation, sell on the gap up because we saw a lot of profit taking on that gap up and avoiding this big bear day today by selling that gap up. So fortunate with the way it's played out, but we did fill the gap to the downside, 15.65. I don't trust the bulls at this point because of the overall bearish sentiment on the sector. And I know VRX is a pharmaceutical, not exactly a biotech, but in terms of bearish reactions to politicians, we can bundle in together biotechs and pharmaceuticals. So we're looking to backtest the middle Bollinger Band support of 1472. We have not backtested it yet since we gained that level of support for the first time in months. And on the weekly time frame, it's an ugly candlestick, rejecting from the exponential resistances. Really need to close over those levels to see an oversold weekly bounce play out. Not the candlestick the bulls want to see here. They need to see a recovery back up into the mid to upper $15 range to have some hope here on the weekly time frame. Otherwise, we're likely to head back down towards 15 and potentially down towards 1381. That's a must-hold support on the weekly time frame. So lots to be watching in the sector, tons of opportunity and trading volatility. Look at that dump. So the 200 period 5-minute moving average support held today in the morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tests, and then an all-out dump losing that level. RSI got extremely oversold down into the 18 to 20 range. Short-term bounce. So a nice opportunity on a quick flip. Bears took back over, and then we built a base of support. So we had the low of 62.79, then we bounced off of 62.77, 62.80, and then the bulls showed up. Once this 20 period 5-minute became support, we back tested it and held it a couple times, and then we saw higher lows and higher highs towards the end of the day. Not significant bullish gains to be had there, but once we turned that 20 period moving average into support, we broke that lower high pattern. We had a bit of a double bottom at the low of the day, and the bulls ended keeping that 20 period moving average as support. The hourly time frame does look like a potential bear flag after the dump on high volume, little short-term bounce, cooling off the technicals from oversold conditions, but rejecting from exponential resistance. Look at the bull volume compared to the bear volume. We could see another leg to the downside tomorrow, and we'll be watching the low of today. As soon as that low of today breaks, can look for bearish further continuation, and that would be a bearish trade signal as well. So I appreciate you watching. We will check back in this weekend to see how the biotech sector and if they are able to recover or not. And I will see you soon.